Hello everybody, this is Simon with another episode of Mega Man Donks. Funny story about this one. I did Punch Donkey, the guy in the top right, and it went pretty well and I had a nice recording. And then at the end I realized that I Brightmanned and had completely forgotten to record the audio too. Fortunately, as usually you cannot replay stages in this game, I'm in contact with the developers. And that was no problem. So, Punch Donkey. What is this? Well, it is a glove, of course, that punches you. I really like this idea. It's kind of fun. Sadly, there are only 2 of those in the stage, but I don't know what much else you could do with them, even though the first is clearly harder than the second. Big problem with this here is, now that I've turned off the sticky sliding that originally was in there, it doesn't work all that well. But the problem is known, and our 2 developers have already said that they will try and fix that. This gimmick here is pretty self-explanatory, even though there is a certain problem with it, in that the very first set of those sandbags is already the hardest one. Because these here in comparison are absolutely no problem, but the first one, if you jump to the blue one early and didn't push it up long enough, then you're fucked. You have to kill yourself. That's okay for the last one, but not for the first. More on that later on. First, both wall flies. Fortunately, we've got the Mega Man 5 buster, so fuck that. Oh, those assholes. Ignore that. From Mega Man 1. Absolutely no problem. Usually. Bit of showing off this weapon. If you turn around, like so, shoot ice. Look forward, you should fire, but the best bet here is the mixture, water. Even though I kind of fucked this one up, let's just go. This is a very nice spike drop, one of the easiest I've ever seen, because there is a nasty surprise at the end. Goodbye. Very well done, as you can see. If you just rush forward, there is no problem inherent, and I think it is very doable with reflexes. It's very clear what's going to happen. A nice set piece. Oh hey. I didn't think that the level was already over, huh? So, as this is the second recording this day, you can see here what happens if you are practiced. I obliterate him. You will see at the end what happens if you are not practiced. So you have to shoot Crashman in the back. Here he will shake the ground to stun you, so avoid that by jumping, and then shoot immediately. It's not that clear because of all the explosions that he shoots again. Could be a little bit better. Yeah. It doesn't matter too much, it's a fun fight. So yeah. This thing doesn't punch you, it just hurts you. I think it could knock you back or something, that would be funnier. Just a little comment on that. This is the empty room. I don't know. Those guys from MM5 you've already seen are updated, and this spike wall is just a little tutorial on how they're going to work later on. I don't know if they need to have that much health. It just takes too long in my opinion, and it's not like they need as much health later on. I do not know how to deal with the punching gloves, by the way, like take them out completely. I figure it's probably with the weapon this Robot Master drops, maybe. I haven't tried it yet, because I shouldn't have it yet. So yeah, there's a fun little part here. It really helps having a nice sense of timing and staying calm, and then you won't have any problems. Sometimes the punching gloves don't punch in sequence, like the one here. I don't know if it's intentional that it delays a lot, or if it's a little bug. Maybe it warrants looking into. More water just because I want to use a few weapons, but really generally the weapons in this hack are okay and nice and fun, but not too useful, as I've already detailed, because most of the time your buster is more than enough to deal with the enemies, as the most difficulty does not come from them. So yeah, I'm cheesing this, obviously, taking my time. Just show off a little, maybe this little ledge is not that necessary. I don't know how to fix it exactly, or if it needs fixing. After all, I'm just hurting myself if I'm taking my time too long. These are staggered nicely, and here it shows that, yeah, you have to be on your toes to destroy the thing while also dodging the gloves. It's an okay setup, but still I think once you get in a certain rhythm, like here for example, then you know how to do it, and it's just busy work and a bit of a time waster. So maybe give them a little less health. And that was the stage. Didn't die once. So nice. It's actually not that bad at all. Most of it is damage based and not instant death based, so you can usually do this pretty easily. Punch Donkey himself is a relatively tough boss, but profits enormously from knowing what to do. And this is just very funny. Do you think that it would be really cool if Mega Man was ranked the number of Roadmasters he had killed so far? Like 8th if he had killed 1 and 7th if he had killed 2. Yeah, and now Punch Donkey flips the fuck out after getting healed. Really, really cool thing. And this one time there are 5 falling from the ceiling, which kind of caught me off guard. Afterwards he is back to his usual pattern. Slams the ground again like Crashman, so you have to jump and then immediately jump over him again, and then he's no problem. So yeah, I did this without dying once. Shows what practice can do. Really the entire stage profits quite a lot from knowing in advance what to do, and I think this is the perfect difficulty for this hack, especially as it rewards you for getting better and better at the game, and then there are no situations that can really fuck you over because you did it just by luck the first time or something. If you know what to do, then you can get by absolutely no problem. You just need a little practice, and that's how it should be. And a lot of the situations you can just go by reflexes and knowing what to do alone. So yeah, but that was kind of boring after all. I think this is a hard game, you want to see me fail a little. So I took the original recording. No sound effects, of course. I added a little music that I found. This one. And I can analyze a few of the deaths that did happen the first time around. So this is what I was talking about. If the blue is too low, then you cannot ever get back. And as the very first introduction of the gimmick, that's not okay. If it's the very last obstacle, then I'm okay with it. So Crashman unpracticed. Definitely you have to jump easily, you have to know when to jump. Especially here, as I said, you cannot that easy see that he shoots another one out after he's fallen, and that I slide into him once in a while is only my fault. It's probably the best to jump over him and over his shot at the same time when he comes down, but 2 quick jumps also work. You just have to know what to do. Again, knowing what to do helps a great deal, and then this is not really a problem. Unless you just stand there like an idiot, but This here is just an example of the damage wearing you down over time, and if you panic, then of course you're going to get hit. And this was just unfortunate. He's a little bit invincible, and then he's on my ass, exactly as the behavior of those guys is in Mega Man 5, so you know to take them out quickly. Now, even unpracticed, the stage wasn't that bad at all. I think it is a good stage to begin with, especially as Punch Donkey has the best weapon in the game, in my opinion at least. So far. Haven't tried Hackman's yet. So yeah, especially his falling down, stunning the ground and then immediately charging attack is pretty tough. It's also really dangerous when he first starts flipping out, because he might catch you off guard, especially as he's repeating the move again and again. But that was all of the deaths. And we're going to see one final successful run against him, just because it is always a relatively short fight, even though he does heal himself, mostly because the Buster charges that quickly. As there's a lot of stuff on screen that can hit you, it's okay in my book, because the charge will get knocked out again whenever you get hit. So that's a level of balance that makes it ever more easier the more experienced you are with the boss. So again, practice helps a lot, and that's the way it should be. Yeah, nothing that more to say, I think. Thank you very much for your attention. Enjoy the rest of the fight and the song. Simon out.